We've got devices. We've got defenses. We've got disasters. I think things actually are generally okay right now, except for this plague. Apparently all of the donkeys have plague, which that's kind of a bummer. But other than that, things are probably okay. How bad is this plague? Nah, you're fine. What about this other donkey? You're gonna be fine. And the remaining donkey? Oh, all my donkeys are very well set up. Great. Good donkeys. That's fantastic. Forget the heck you were probably recommending last time and just wait until things go south. That seems fair. Oh, I didn't get the mod. I definitely did not do the thing that would improve my quality of life. So, guess we're not doing that thing. It maybe matters less now. Maybe? Maybe not. Oh, we got shells? And we got steel mortars that I definitely couldn't make on my own. 100% stole them from raiders. That's cool. Very glad to be appropriating raider technology. Neat. I totally forgot that we did this. That's delightful. That's great news. And we basically like completely filled all of our storage space with Devil's Strand and wood and chocolate is the most of the things. Yeah, it was going to be the mining one. You definitely recommended the mining one. And I 100% did not actually go looking for it. It might have been useful to go get. It would still be useful to go get, but I haven't done it yet. So yeah. Alright, so kind of zooming out, big picture view. We're not really in the middle of doing anything right now. We're kind of just letting people do their own thing and recover from... The heck happened to you? Are you dead? Is this the problem? Are you just... Is it just impossible to ever do anything with you now? Because you got, like, that one more unnecessary injury that put you over the limit to just always forever being unable to move? I think this was it. I think we got like this stab scar, and that was the end. Or maybe it was the machine pistol to the brain. That might have been it also. Unclear. Into adding content. Ooh, big game. But yeah, between frail bad back, the consciousness problems of the brain, and this mild hassle of right leg. Poor frog can never move again until we fix it. So we gotta fix it. We gotta find some way to fix it. Can we fix your brain, buddy? Maybe if we could fix his spine, that would be helpful. What can we actually fix? What kind of operations could we perform here? Harvest is not exactly what I'm looking for, but we could just replace his right leg. We could administer go juice or something. Maybe ambrosia fixes it. I don't know. If I give him ambrosia, will you be able to walk? Until the ambrosia wears off, and then he won't be able to walk again? Yikes. Luciferium would do it. I don't really like that plan, but given that he's might as well be dead without it, I guess if we get him addicted to Luciferium, then it's just, you know, bonus years that he wouldn't otherwise have. I don't see brain replacement here, so the mangled scar on his brain is just never going to improve. Go juice may give him 7% mobility. Well, you actually know the numbers? Impressive. Impressive. Alright, if I administer ambrosia, what does that accomplish? Alright, what does the drug do? What are the effects of the drug? Other than the high, what else happens? Nothing? Just the high? Ambrosia is literally just a mood boost. Okay. Because I know Smoke Leaf definitely causes other things. Ah, here it is. Effects. Alright. Well, that's not going to help anything, is it? And beer also unlikely to help? Beer as a weapon? Fantastic. This is also just a mood boost, I guess. Just the high. Since there are no additional effects. And I don't have any other drugs to administer. Alright, well, I guess we just start investing in Luciferium, or we give you up. How do I give him up without it being like a huge mood penalty for the entire colony? I'm not even sure there's a way to do it. Alright, well, that's about all I've got in terms of, like, figuring out things to do. So I guess we just allow time to move on until I figure out something else to do. And people are just going to do their thing for a while. Yeah, I guess I don't really have any more projects for them. It's just a matter of people surviving long enough to get better tech. Why, when some quest offered you a pile of Luciferium, you considered how long it would last if needed. Ah. A full wall. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. No casual Luciferium use for your poor druggies? The Forbidden High? Ah, look at them go. They're actually cleaning up. Amazing. What a great life. I'm so glad. Yeah, I guess we just let them do their thing until we find something more find something that requires attention. Because at the moment, I don't think anything requires my attention, right? They can just keep going for a while. We've got, like, growth. So we're waiting until there's some other story, I guess. A Goto is pregnant. Okay, cool. That's great. Because the animals are fine. Oh, I was going to build a barn! I was going to build a barn! That was the thing I was going to do. Okay. Okay, no, wait. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. There needs to be a safe place for animals to go when they are sick or when they need to be saved from outsiders. And sending them to wander around in my corridors is probably not the best way to deal with it. So we're gonna make a barn. That was the plan. We're gonna make a barn. So what does a barn look like? How are we doing this? The barn needs to have a place for food. It doesn't necessarily need to be directly connected to my colony, to my my base, but nearby would be nice. There's a lot of places it could be, as long as I'm not overwriting any of my my plant zoning. And beyond that, it doesn't feel like it matters too much. So, like, mine out this stuff and then put it here, kind of adjacent to this building. I don't know if that matters too much. Where else do I want it? There's so many animals, though. If I wanted to actually zone my animals into a barn, that would be a lot of... that would require a lot. Your barn adjoin the base. They have ranch zone and a barn zone, which overlap on the sleeping spots, but the barn includes, ranch excludes. Hay kibble storage. Ah. And then do you switch them when... like, how often do you... I guess you only switch them when they need to be safe or when they need to be on, like, when they're sick or something. And otherwise they can just stay in the ranch zone? Okay. So the ranch zone we have over here, and that's worked out pretty well so far. So maybe we'll set up like a barn space over here. Undermountain barn space. maybe not necessary, but like kind of not taking up any of the ranch space is really what I'm looking at. All right, well, let's build it here off of this area. That's not like a lot of barn space, but it's probably enough for now. And we can add an interior door here, which would be nice. And then add roofing. All the way around it. Yeah, I know what you can't build a roof over. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And then we can actually build like decent pet beds in here, so animals have a good place to sleep. Make a bigger barn with pillars for roofing. That's fair. I don't know how big it actually needs to be, but I guess there's no harm in making it overly big. It's more a matter of, like, having the space be convenient than the size. That seems fine for now, and we can always mine stuff out if we want to make the space bigger. Oh, weird. Okay, cool. Groups of 2 to 5 beds so pawns can easily reach animals for 10... Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, so in rows and stuff. Okay, that's cool. Groups of travelers doing a thing. Good job, travelers. Alright, so this does mean that we need to adjust... Hello? Oh. The ranch zone. Although the ranch zone can honestly include the interior of the barn. I'm not mad about my ranched animals hanging out inside the barn. Or am I? Maybe I want to reserve that space for animals that are not zoned to the ranch. Unclear. Also, this area is looking a little sparse. We probably want to expand it a bit. Include like this clover patch over here. These animals love clover. Man, I can barely see it. What is with this color choice? This is impossible. Is there a way to change the color choice? Or is it always going to be like automatically assigned? Huh. Irritating. How's them plagues doing? Extreme plague. You're basically good. You're basically good. You're basically good. Alright. Back to work, kids. You've lounged around long enough. You'll not continue to, back to the no human food zones. That seems correct. Honks can stay outdoors, though. Which should include the barn. Currently does include the barn. Good. I like the ranch zone being a little bit more localized because this is where all of my milkable and other animals hang out. So I don't want to have to go roaming the entire map looking for milk and eggs. Oh, yeah. And all the clover immediately disappears. They did it. Moses's bugs. Tell me more. Sophia Moses, a consul of the Empire of God, is having trouble landing near Anima Please due to repeated infestations. She wants to draw the bugs to you to be dealt with. 8 hives. 8 hives. 8? This is easy? 8 hives is easy? Also, you're just giving me Eltex gear. Screw off. Give me stuff I want. I think the ranch zone can include, like, this grassy area here as well. Expand. Ranch zone. Seems fine. Yeah, and all edible plants immediately disappear. That sounds correct. It's a sufficiently high number of bugs that it doesn't sound like a good time. More goats are pregnant. Hooray, goats! We should probably start trimming the fat, as it were. Oh, we have, like, no food to make, no meat. Where are any of our meals? Why is nobody cooking? Hello? Cookers? People who cook? It's just Frog, isn't it? That's the problem. Frog is, like, the primary chef. Oh, no, it should be Gecko. Gecko and Pigeon are doing more cooking. And Mershana. Same quest type as what gave you screenshots. It was greater than 100 hives. That's a lot of hives. That is an unreasonable number of hives. Alright, let's look at our animals. And all of these goats. And, we can turn some of the older goats into sandwiches. It feels like a good use of time. We have lots of goats, it turns out. Some of these roosters, too. We don't have that many roosters, though. I guess we got a bunch of cockerels that are slowly growing, but not yet roosters. Fine. Keep the rooster count low is, I think, how we want this to work. And then we have a bunch of young goats. They all young. Super young, these goats. That's enough goats, to be honest. This is an incredibly high number of goats. Maybe a few less goats. Just a little bit less goats. Sure, that looks like it's good. Good work, Mershana. Kind of. Combat supplier. Oh, really? Okay. Who among you is capable of talking to people? Looking at the people that are in social gear, it's probably Regnar and Relancer. Because everybody else... Is that an accent over the A? I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Everybody else is in helmets, which I don't know whether or not my social people are allowed to wear. Alright, 1 social, 7 social on Pigeon, 13 on Regnar, that's promising. Alright, it's literally just Regnar. There's no chance that it's anybody else. Well, okay. Go trade with them. Oh, they're just gonna hang out in the kill zone, huh? That's completely fair. That's a great idea. Turns out NPCs love kill boxes. Alright, what can I take from you that's useful? We could take more shells, which is maybe useful considering I don't know how to make shells on my own. I can unload this Warhammer, this pump shotgun that nobody's ever going to use, this heavy SMG that nobody's going to use, this incendiary launcher that is unlikely to see use. I'm not a big fan of these chain shotguns. That's more Molotov cocktails than I need. I guess I have frag grenades. I don't need Molotov cocktails at all. Regular helmet. Buy that recon armor and that marine helmet. Dang. Good shield belt? These things aren't one use, right? Let's take the shield belts, actually. Shield belts are good. One of your mods adds a trade spot, like the party spot, so you can set where they hang out. Oh, that's probably good. Alright, now, what else can I dump on them? I think I'm okay with dumping some of these guns that I will never use. As well as this, like, regular flak jacket that's just lying around. Why has nobody equipped this, is the real question. Oh, have some beer! You love beer. You love to see it. Keeping this stuff. Keeping my Psy Trainer. I'm keeping my shells. I can dump my Smoke Leaf. That's a good deal. I can dump the Psychite Tea that I'm not using. I can dump this Ambrosia? Let's just dump the Ambrosia. I'll keep like 5 Ambrosia around. That seems fine. And now... Wow, that offset a lot of the cost. Good. Ranged can't shoot out. Projectile repulsion device. Stop projectiles or shrapnel. Prevents the wearer from firing out. Okay, so just the 1 shield belt is probably enough. I don't think we have that many that many melee people. Sell Ambrosia, keep the beer, since Ambrosia expires and beer doesn't. Oh, okay. That's fair. Beer is a constant, though. There will always be more beer. There will not always be more Ambrosia. Even with the expiry. Oh, and we can sell some insect jelly, actually. That's not a bad idea, either. I've got so much jelly that I'm never using. I might as well just sell it off and make some money out of it. I like that plan. Okay, good. It's a deal. Okay, now I need to decide who's wearing the shield belt, which is either Connie or Relancer. Connie is the only one who's actually a melee person, so I guess force equip shield belt. Cool. And then I'll just let people equip gear or not as suits them. That seems fine. And work is being done here. Oh, this just has beer. Somebody needs to come empty it. Eventually. Alright, well, I'll trust them to do that on their own at some point. What has happened here? Why is this? Oh, because it's fertilized. Sure. Well, hopefully it grows on its own. Goodbye, trade caravan. I'll miss you. Might add another storage space adjacent to your base, like 4x the size of your internal storage. That's silly. Why would I do something at that scale when I could do it incrementally, over time, and give myself more projects? A lot less efficient that way. And if there's anything I love, it's being inefficient. To be honest, I just add like this area to storage here and have this all be storage is what I do. Yeah, there's a ton of space I have available. I just haven't done anything with it yet. Furniture. Not furniture. Structure. We need another door here. That's what we need. And then some of it is designed to be bedrooms eventually, but our colony is not that big yet. And some of it is just open, unused space. Ooh, inspired creativity. Regnar, what are you good at? Show me your bio. Social, animals, and some amount of construction. Okay, so I should make you build something. And have that thing that you build be super good. Let's have you build... What do I want to have you build? Some sick piece of furniture. Build like a really good royal bed. Out of jade. I don't know where this royal bed's gonna go. I don't know who's gonna use this bed, but it's gonna be a super sick bed. I guess we just build it in an empty room for now, and eventually do something with it. Put it in Frog's room, he's not going back there. That's a fair point. We still haven't figured out what to do with Frog. Frog is just sort of permanently hospitalized, which is a little ugly. Alright, where's Regnar? And this is your job, buddy. I wonder if I can set it so only Regnar can build it. Not the same way that I can for these kinds of tasks. I guess I just have to watch it and make sure Regnar gets the finishing blow.